This is why Outer Banks Season 4 may have felt off for a lot of you, especially when it comes to the Kiara and JJ scenes. There's a lot of rumors going around about Madison and Rudy's relationship, and it took a toll on the outcome of the quality of this season. I'm not sure if the rumors are true or not, but it's none of my business, but I do think Netflix had a different ending for Season 4. We see JJ take a ring out of the store in the town when he's wreaking havoc, but they just don't show it at all for the rest of the season. They never mention the ring at any point throughout the season after this point, so I think Netflix had multiple endings. So Rudy wanting to leave is very likely, because why not choose this ending instead of the one that they chose? It just doesn't make sense to have JJ steal this ring and then never use it or mention it throughout the season. But oh my god, this would have been a perfect ending to have Kiara and JJ get engaged, and I'm so mad that they didn't go this route. Speaking of things that were never mentioned in this season was when Kiara got put into the freezer by Groff, JJ's father. But JJ never found out, and I feel like that's a main plot line for those characters. I just think subtle things like this never being spoken about again, it just makes it seem like the writers had different directions for this season. Yeah, it's very subtle, but it's a conversation that needs to be had between these characters. I'm also very mad that the scene where Kiara's dad saved JJ was never mentioned, because huh? You're telling me Kiara's dad, the dad that hates JJ, actually saved him, and no one takes a moment to speak on that? What? Once again, very subtle, but there needs to be a conversation. But this was a breaking point that had Kiara's dad realize that JJ was the right one for his daughter. Now on to the boat scene, where there was a lot of scenes that really didn't make sense. When JJ and John B are fighting, Kiara doesn't take 1 second to go check up on JJ. And for character development purposes, this ruins Kiara's whole character development. Her character has always been the one to check up on friends, especially when it comes to JJ. And when you have Kiara not checking up on JJ for the fight or when he's drinking, just ruins her character. You're telling me Kiara is not going to go check up on him? That makes zero sense. Instead of Sarah taking the drink out of JJ's hands, it should have been Kiara. Another subtle moment, but it does do a lot to the story, and people pick up on these things. It just seems like the focus drifted away from Kiara and JJ, which is not good for either of their characters. And there's always going to be that missing puzzle in these scenes, because it could have been so much better. We also have this stunt double scene where they couldn't even put their heads on each other's shoulders. There's something going on here. When the characters reunited in Morocco, where was Kiara here? Because her character would have ran to JJ and hugged him. Once again, for Kiara's character, she would have sprinted to JJ. There's no doubt about that. She's not the type of character to sit on the sidelines. It could have been a tale where the writers didn't know about these subtle things, but I'm on the side where they just knew about it and just switched up the scenes for purposes. But switching up these subtle scenes by a minimal margin can take a toll on a lot of things. There's probably even more scenes out there that I didn't even mention. Let me know if you guys think the relationships had something to do with this, or if you think the writers had a different ending planned out.